Rebekah Vardy left the courtroom twice crying after a series of tense exchanges with Coleen Rooney's barrister during their libel trial. David Sherborne, for Rooney, had been questioning Vardy about one of the fake posts Rooney posted on her private Instagram account as part of her Agatha Christie sting. Mr. Sherborne misspoke during his questioning and said it was Vardy who had gone to Mexico to look at gender selection, to which she responded, "It wasn't me who went to Mexico, it was Mrs. Rooney." The lawyer said, "Is that your best point?" Vardy's lawyer Hugh Tomlinson QC then stood up and said, "Mr. Sherborne keeps making remarks, and if the witness is in the box for a long time it can be unpleasant." Mrs. Justice Stein, who is hearing the trial, said, "It is unnecessary." She added the court did not have time for the remarks, and cross-examination resumed for a few seconds before she asked Vardy if she wanted a break. Vardy nodded and grabbed a handful of tissues before leaving the courtroom for several minutes. The wag returned but was then reduced to tears for a second time when quizzed about her knowledge of the fake stories Coleen Rooney planted on her personal Instagram. Follow all the latest from our Vardy vs Rooney libel trial on our live blog. The second made-up post Rooney shared as part of her sting operation was a picture of a bottle of wine with the comment, "Needed today. Flood in basement of our new home when it all seemed to be going so well." Mr. Sherborne asked if Vardy saw it. "No, I don't recall that," Vardy replied. Mr. Sherborne said an article later appeared in a newspaper about Coleen's flooded basement. "I was away in Dubai with my children at the time," Vardy responded. Mr. Sherborne said only Vardy's account had seen the post. Vardy replied, "I can't confirm that." Sherborne said 2 years ago Vardy gave an affidavit in which she said she had seen the fake post. Vardy then started crying again and said, "There was a lot of abuse during that time." Mr. Sherborne suggested she took another break. Vardy left the witness box and returned 6 minutes later. Her earlier break lasted 13 minutes. Earlier today, the High Court heard how Vardy consoled her fellow wag Rooney after hearing that someone had been leaking stories about her to the press. Rooney was said to have turned to Rebekah for comfort as she told her someone was sharing her stories with the press. Mr. Sherborne said after Rooney revealed her anguish at the leaks, Vardy messaged her saying, "That's so bad. I would be chomping if it was me. Not on at all." "You don't think the paper has hacked your account, do you?" Sherborne asked. "That is totally disingenuous, isn't it?" Vardy replied, "No. Sherborne claimed Vardy knew she and her agent Coleen Rooney had been the source of the leaks and she was trying to divert suspicion away from her. Rebekah denied his allegations. Rebekah, who is married to Leicester City striker Jamie Vardy, denies leaking stories to the media and is suing her fellow footballer's wife for libel, while Mrs. Rooney is defending the claim on the basis her post was substantially true. In a viral social media post in October 2019, Coleen said she had carried out a sting operation and accused Mrs. Vardy, 40, of leaking false stories about her private life to the press. Mrs. Rooney is defending the libel claim on the basis of truth and public interest. The trial continues.